Here we are, back in action. So all I've done... Alright, all we've done so far is we've got our Herblore to 39. Our attack and strength are now both 60. Hunter... not Hunter. Oh no, Hunter is 25. Our Slayer is 48. And that's it. We got a couple of levels in range as well from cannoning some of the tasks we were doing. Okay, all I've done is I went to start this next quest, which is Twilight's Promise. And I didn't realize I was starting it, and it just flew me here to Valamore. So this is right at the start. We've just arrived via Quetzal. I don't know why they're called a Quetzal. That kind of triggers me because Quetzals look a little bit different, but I guess this is a different type of Quetzal. Well, here we are. Welcome to Fortis. It's beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Now, I'm sure you're keen to get exploring, but Prince Itzla is very keen to meet with you first. You mentioned he'd be sending some people to meet with me. Yes, the Tullis twins, that's them just to the west by the stairs up to the palace. Why don't you head on over and introduce yourself? Okay, so we are going to meet... I really like the music in this area. It gives me like... I don't know if any of you played like Zelda Ocarina of Time, but it gives me like that Garuda village type of vibes, you know, the desert people. Alright, let's have a look. What do these twins want? Is this the one? I believe so. Doesn't look like much. Hey, I recognize you two. You were part of the delegation to Varrock. Indeed we were. More than part of, we organized the whole thing. As was our duty, the prince could have contributed. Do not air your dirty laundry in public, brother. Humph. You, the prince, wish to speak with you. He waits. You're in the temple. Okay. One second. I forgot. I've got to pop out the chat. There we go. Where do I find this temple? On the other side of the bazaar, south of here. Okay, guess I should get going then. Indeed. Alright, let's go for a walk through this new town. First time here. So we got some more stalls to thief from. Cool. There's a thieving thing over there. Okay. I know your face. I have seen it 1,000 times before. I think you must have me confused with someone else we've never met. Yes, I know. This is our first encounter, and yet I know you better than most. You were the face of my only true companion. You were the face of death. Your only companion is death? You should probably get out more. You jest, as your kind often do. Is that how you drown out the screams? I wonder, is that how you hide your pain? Well, things go deep very quickly. Is this how you normally introduce yourself to someone? Few seek an introduction with the sect of Ranul. They spend their days in Roller's light. The darkness hides an inevitable truth that they prefer to shy away from. Right, so who actually are you? I am Metzli, Tiokan of Ranul. You, I already know you are the one that saves the life of my counterpart. Tiocan, so there are two of you. Yes. I led the sect of Ranuel. My counterpart, Sevius? Servius? Leads the Church of Relos. I've meant to be meeting Prince Itziel here. Yes, you are. He is speaking with Severus down in the crypt. We're going to call him Severus. Not a place you'd normally find the Tiocan of Rail, but the prince desires the privacy only Ranuel can offer. I'd better head down there. Farewell. Alright. You can really tell this is a more, like, modern part of the game, right? Like, they've really polished up their visuals and stuff. Actually, I'm kind of interested to see what this looks like without. Yeah, even with the, like, original graphics, this area looks so much more detailed than most. Okay. There you are. Nilsal Adventurer, I don't believe you've properly met my father. This is Severus, the Tiocan of Ralos, and the man whose life you saved. Your father, I didn't realize you were related. Yes, very fun stuff. All a bit of a convoluted mess, or well, I'll be sure to tell you all about it at some point. For now, though, Grunfire, meet Severus, meet Grunfire. Now, Sal, my child, it is an honor to meet you. Were it not for you, I may well already be making my journey to Mictal on behalf of both myself and Ralos. I thank you. I guess that's their afterlife. Well, let's not start celebrating just yet. There's a reason why we're lurking in the crypt. Sorry about that, by the way. I'd have much rather given you a proper welcome on your arrival, but given the situation, it's probably best we take a bit more care. It's not a problem, although I did have an interesting encounter on my way here. Ah, the Tullis twins. Fascinating pair, aren't they? Actually, I was talking about Metzli. I met her upstairs. Oh, you met her? My deepest sympathies. Metzli and her sect play an essential role in our lives. You should not judge her so harshly. You're quite right, of course. But anyways, shall we get down to business? Sounds like a plan. Cuny, so we have quite the predicament on our hands. My mother isn't too happy, oddly enough, and has tasked me with sorting it all out. Beep boop. The bot is back. How you going, Chloe? Someone wants our dear Tiocan dead, and we have no idea who. All we know is that they were a Valamorian? Valamorian. A Valamorian who had access to the mainland before the treaty was signed. Surely that limits the option a fair bit. Cozy up in bed. How are you? I moved the heater into the computer room, which seems like a weird thing for me to do considering my computer was overheating during summer, and now I'm bringing a heater in here, but it's been so cold. I'm actually getting sick again, so I'm just trying to keep warm and get through this quest before I pass out. Aside from that, I'm doing alright though. We've done a bit more training, as you can see. We've got our attack and strength to 60. We've got Herbalism up to 39. We got our Slayer to 48. Hunter to 25. Those are the big changes on the account at the moment. And we did a bunch of prerequisite quests for the Perilous Moon storyline, which is what we're kind of working on at the moment. Right. Right you are, Grumfire. In fact, it limits them to just the members of our little delegation. In other words, myself, Severus Snape, the Tullen twins, and our retinue of knights. Gosh, I can't read for shit. Now, I don't think it was me, and I'm guessing you didn't try to arrange your own assassination, Severus. How many RuneScapers am I going to trigger by calling that person Severus? I'd like to think I'd have done a better job if I had. Too right, very sloppy work. A top example of how not to assassinate someone. Still probably best we track them down all the same. So that leaves the Tullus twins and the knights. Ennius and Furia are loyal children of Relos. They would not wish to see my death. Those knights should also be loyal children of Relos, but I agree they are far more likely candidates. Let us just investigate them and see what we can find. Severus Snape, until we have the matter sorted, you should remain here in the capital. The place will be the safest place. The palace will be the safest place. Nonsense. I am the Teokan of Relos, and I have a duty to the people. I must return to the Tiamat at once. Does not offer the protection of the palace. You'll be an easy target, blah blah. I am the chosen messenger of Relos. He would not have me cower and hide. I will return to the Tiamat. Well, this is a terrible idea. That's definitely going to blow up in our faces later, but it seems you have made your decision. However, I insist that you let me personally accompany you. I have a weird feeling it's the prince trying to kill his dad to take power. My child, I would be delighted to have you as a traveling companion. Grandfire, since Severus here seems keen on letting this killer have another go, you'll need to investigate the knights on your own. I'm sure I can manage that. Head up to the palace and find the Tullivan twins. They dealt with all the fun admin work. They'll know where those knights can be found. I'll get right to it. Okay. Cool. Grats. You're nearly halfway. That's what you told me, right? So 1052 monkey laps until you're halfway. Yo, install equipment inspector. You can check people's gear. Oh, really? Haha. He is wearing graceful. Okay, cool. Cheers, man. That helps. So if I ever see some cool armor I like the look of, I can find out what it's called. It seems the prince has new chores for us. You do know that. Why else would he have sent the adventurer back to us? You two are quite the pair, aren't you? Thank you. I do not believe that was a compliment, brother. Oh, dumbass. Oh well, let's get to it then. What does the prince need now? He asked me to investigate the knights who were part of the delegation to Varrock. He suspects one of them may have been involved in the plot to kill the Tiohan. Has he forgotten that he himself led the knights of Valamore? Surely he'd be best placed to deal with any of the wrongdoings. He's saying with Severus Snape in case there's another attempt on his life. It is wise to keep the Tiohan under close protection, and we are well placed to support the investigation. If you say so. The delegation consists of 6 knights. Given recent events, I request they make us aware of their activities. I suggest you seek them out and ask them to return. Arun and Claudia should be at the bazaar. Neil will be at the Cothon. Okay, he's just telling me where they are. Not important. What if any refuse to come? This crest will mark you as a representative of the Queen herself. Show it to them and they will not refuse. Not unless they fancy revealing themselves as the traitor, which doesn't seem likely. Okay. Right, I don't need to ask where they are, because I use quest cheats. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you yesterday. Yeah, you must have had the add-on installed and didn't even know it. And just thought it was part of the base game. Oh, yeah, quick little plug here. There's the Discord, if any of you haven't joined and you want to hang out. I was just in there chatting away with Rio and Smee and before stream. And that way I can hear all your beautiful voices. Now, Sal, can we help you? Ineas and Furious Talus need you to return to the palace. Take it. My mans hasn't done the frog quest yet. No, I haven't. Hold that thought. I'll have a shower and jump in. If that were so, you'd have proof. Well, it just so happens I have this. Oh, crest. Oh, well, we're not going to anywhere until our work here is done. If you want us back at the palace, you'd best help. I can do what? What do you need? A band of thieves has been active in recent parts. Track them down. We planted a nice shiny amulet on one of the stalls. Sure enough, it was stolen soon after. Find the amulet and tell us who was carrying it. We can then follow them right to the rest of their group. How will I find it? Beat them at their own game. Go look through a few pockets. Find the stolen amulet. I am in Valamore. First time being here. Do you have the amulet? I have it right here. That man in the blue over there had it. Good work. He'll lead us right to those thieves. So you'll return to the palace now? We'll be there once the thieves are dealt with. It won't take us long. Well, good luck then. Okay. Yes, we are in Valamore, working towards starting the Moon quest, so we can unlock the new training for our melee. And we'll see how that goes. I have been told that actually completing the Moon quest is rather unlikely with my current defense level, so we will need to do some farming as well to actually finish that quest. You're working for the Tullivan twins. Do you have proof? Fair enough. I'm happy to return to the palace, but I can't until I've finished my work here. What? These guys just need to follow orders. What is it you're doing? Maybe I can help get it done faster. With the recent opening of the kingdom, the Cotton has become much busier. Good for business, of course, but not so good when it comes to smugglers. We've had a tip-off that there's a ship here involved in weapon smuggling, but we don't know which one. If you can find the crate, alright, find which ship. Sounds easy enough. Alright, you are not giving me any cool lore, you're just telling me there's a smuggler. I feel like it's going to be the same thing with every guard that we go talk to. Okay. Nice, you can do Colosseum to make some money, but not sure if that money maker still good today. And there's a boss as well. Meanwhile, I pick every pocket along the way. You little thief, you. Watch out. I'm working with the guards, I'll tell on you. Any luck finding the crate? Yes, I found it. The ship it's from is called the Fortis Spark. Perfect, that's my work here done. Then I'll return to the palace shortly. Boom. Alright. Another guard found. Oh, look at all these people. Just fucking mining a crashed star. Let's have a look at their equipment. Prospector's outfit. He's got a Draymond staff in his inventory. What level do you need to be to mine one of those? A mining level of at least 30 is required to mine this layer. It has been mined 90% of the way to the next layer. Oh. That's kind of cool. Wait. I want to get a piece of it. Is it possible? Can I do something before? Quick. I haven't mined at all yet. Let's go. Look at me go. So what are these? Stardust. I feel like this is like a rare thing, is it? At least level 20 required to mine this layer. It has been mined 4%. I'm just gonna mine this thing until it's done with my lovely pickaxe of iron. One of them has a bloodhound. Oh, is that the dog thing, this thing from the season that you got? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I'm not going to be using a website to call out where stars are. That's weird. Has thing to the mini. Dude, that guy's pickaxe looks actually crazy. Shiny bits of rock. Someone at the mining guild might be interested in this. The Stardust has two uses. A ring that makes you mine better, and turning the mining outfit gold. So I should save it up for getting the ring, obviously. See, this is what happens when I'm playing RuneScape. I get distracted by things. Alright. Okay, yeah, no. I just wanted to do it because I'd never seen it before, and, you know, it seemed important because there's just so many people around it. Seems like a AFK mining task for another day. It's literally called a distraction and diversion event. It's true. That's what just happened, for sure. My brain was like, ooh, something's people are doing. I should go do it quickly. Hello. Well, look who it is. I don't know you. Oh. I told you not to have that last one. Look at you. Stop whining, I'm fine. Oh, someone's been drinking. Oh. Right, the two of you have been asked to report to the palace as soon as you can. Report? I don't think so. It's our day off. Sorry, but I have this crest here that says otherwise. Are you alright, Beck? You show the crest to the knights. Now that's going to be a problem. How so? Azali here can't go showing up to the palace in this state. We need to sober her up. Where's the nearest fountain? Okay, we're just sobering her up. It's not interesting. Let's go do that. Hey, you're going too fast. This way. Okay. Turn off the... Let's just walk it. Come on. Well... it's literally called, yep, best AFK. Sometimes over an hour of AFK with a click every 7 minutes. Forestry is the woodcutting D&D event. I'm one of your bannermen. Oh boy, feeling a bit better now? Not exactly. Well, it will have to do. You're needed over at the palace. This day is the worst. Fine, I'll head over there now. Go. Let's put the dragon skimmy on because it's my flex item. Quest. Looks like we're getting towards the end of the quest here. Hey there, sorry, but I'm waiting for someone. Well, you might need to meet with them some other time. You're needed back at the palace. You don't work for the palace. Why would they send you? I'm working directly for the prince. Brand new here and already working for the prince. Strange. Maybe, but like I say, you're needed at the palace. And I'll return there eventually. First, I'm here for... These guys are not very good at taking orders, are they? Every single one of them has refused to go to the palace under the order of their prince. Alright, go look for his training partner. What? Oh no. I need to train with him. What's he want? PvP combat. Right. Doesn't this disable overhead press? Prevents from use. Get wrecked, idiot! I didn't even get skulled. You fought well in there. I should train with you more often. So you'll return to the palace now? Yes, I'll head over there shortly. Okay, cool. All right. Have you spoken to all the knights? Yes, they should be here soon. 6 knights, but likely only 1 trader. How do you intend to work out who it is? Well, I'm going to guess asking nicely won't work. After they were picked for the delegation, the knights were granted a blah, blah, blah. Well, keep the knights busy until you're done. Okay. This quest is, I'm gonna say one of the more boring ones I've done. It's not really much of a story. It's like you were just trying to figure out who the person was that did the assassination. Or assassination attempt. And let's be honest, it's not going to be any of them. Or it'll be one of them under the directive of the prince, because that's how these games work. You search the chest and find a letter inside. Okay. Long have you waited so patiently, so dutifully. Now, as at long last, you have been graced with the most glorious of duties, for your day of destiny is far approaching. The Tikkun will soon travel east. You'll be selected to accompany them. You must ensure he never returns. Okay. Vellum. Yeah, those stupid twins. Did you find anything in the Kalari headquarters? I found a letter to one of the knights. It seems that Vellum is our traitor. Are you sure? The letter directs him to arrange the death of, the king or whatever. Then it sounds like Vellum has some explaining to do. This should be fun. They planted this letter into the knights thing, right? You have been found to be a traitor to the kingdom of Valamore. What? I don't understand. We know you attempted to arrange the murder. Do you have anything to say? This isn't true. Someone has set me up. Your lies mean nothing here. Your guilt has already been proven. No, this isn't right. For you, this is the only thing that's right. Okay, yeah, definitely him. Definitely you, isn't it, you little bastard? The rest of you are dismissed. Murdered and innocent. What were you expecting? That we'd invite him to sit down for dinner and drinks? I don't know how they do things where you come from, but you're in Valamore now. This is how we deal with traitors. We should have questioned him. Now we have no idea who he is working for. Well, it's done now, so little point dwelling on it. While my brother may have been a touch too hasty, he is right. What's done is done. You should return to the prince and let him know. Okay. Right. Got it. So they're the traitors. They framed that poor guard who had no idea what was going on, and then killed him before he could be questioned. Makes sense? South of the palace. Right. Wait, what the fuck? I just took the... I was meant to fucking talk to him. Ay, 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 ay. Well, hopefully I can get this training method unlocked before I feel too dizzy, so I can lay in bed and just AFK train my brains out on the tablet while I watch a movie. Talk. I was told to ask you about getting to there. Right, no, the prayers. To give you your very own Quetzal free of charge. My own Quetzal? That's right, and I've already picked one out. Perfect one. Sweet. So I've got my own Quetzal, so now I've got a flying mount. How cool's that? I can now fly around the game freely. You jealous? Yeah, you guys are jealous. Another fast travel method. Yeah, I have one as a pet too. I just fed it. Did you not say that? He literally said it was my Quetzal. It's my pet. I'm just going to command him to stay there for now. You know, no Quetzals allowed inside. Welcome to Tiamat. Now, Sal, my child. So how did your investigation go? I found a letter to one of the knights. Valam, the letter instructed him to arrange the death of Severus Snape. One of my own knights. I will need to swiftly deal with this. Well, there's actually no need. Innes killed him as soon as we found out. Ah, excellent. Such should be the fate of all traitors. Sorry, the wife just came in. By Innes killed him before we could even question him. That's unfortunate. It should have been good to know who he was working for. No matter though. I'm sure we'll find another way of getting to the bottom of this. Does it not bother you how quickly Innes killed him? Is it not a bit odd? Here in Valamore, justice is delivered swiftly and harshly. Innes may have taken that a bit too literally, but there's not much we can do about that now. But do you not find it suspicious? I find a letter perfectly implicating one of the knights, but he's then quickly killed before he can be questioned. Seems like a pretty good way to cover things up, don't you think? The Tullis family have loyally served the rule of Valamore since the death of Emperor Laugh My Ass Off. For one of them to be a traitor is unthinkable. It's a dangerous accusation indeed. That said, the family does have a bit of a history. How so? My family has not always ruled Valamore. In fact, it was the Tullis family who reigned for the majority of the kingdom's history. That's all ended when good old Laugh My Ass Off declared the kingdom to be his new empire. He celebrated by going on a nice little murder spree. One war later, and dear old Laugh My Ass Off found himself without a head. Had that not happened, the throne would have eventually passed down to Furia. I believe she's the slightly older of the two. Right. And you don't think that might be good reason for her and Innes to be traitors? Was over 100 years ago. His family had no love for him then, and they've loyally served the Arkans since. Yes, very true, but Grunfire also has a valid concern. We need to be careful of assumptions, but it seems it would be wise for us to keep an eye on the two of them now. Now, Grunfire, did your investigation uncover anything else? The letter I found mentioned two things, Twilight's Promise and the Final Dawn. Twilight's Promise, I've never heard of that. I wonder if it has anything to do with the Twilight emissaries. A nice religious cult that has an unhealthy obsession with the end of the world. They've never caused any major problems before, so we've mostly left them be. However, given the revelation, glow sticks don't taste like tobacco. I've eaten one before. They're fucking horrible. What are you talking about? I remember being off my face chewing on one and it exploded and I far out. That was the worst. However, given the revelations, perhaps it's time to pay a little closer attention to their dealings. Oh, wait. Actually, you might be right. I thought, I'm not reading properly. I thought you said tobacco. I was like, it doesn't taste like tobacco. Tabasco, though. You might be kind of right there. They were a bit sour. They weren't spicy, but I can kind of see what you're saying. And the Final Dawn, what's that? Nothing more than blasphemy. It is not something we should waste our time talking about. As you can see, the Final Dawn is a bit of a controversial topic. It's a religious belief. An unofficial religious belief. And it's an unofficial religious belief. How many times are you going to say that? Where can I learn more about the Final Dawn? It's not something I care to know. Metzel. Randall responsibility for maintaining the library here. That includes dealing with the forbidden materials. Metzel returned to the Tiamat shortly before we did. She'll be around here somewhere. So what prompted you to figure out that a glow stick tastes like Tabasco? Were you doing the same thing? Were you like off your face, chewing on one at a rave or something? We meet again, not a chance encounter. I see for it is clear that you want something. I was hoping you could help me with some information. Oh, to try and bring them back to life? Yep, I have done that. Actually, when I was like really young, my dad used to get the really, the really long glow sticks. He would cut the end off them and he would spin it over his head in our bedrooms before we went to bed. Probably completely toxic. But then as soon as the light went off, it was like just a galaxy all over our room. It was crazy. Yes, what you're describing there is a book. I'm familiar with the concept. If you forget about them, ice cream. Oh, jeez. Book without the right reader. Words can be misunderstood, misconstrued. That assumes. Okay. Think of all that we believe to know, all those words we have read. How many were the truth? I wonder. Okay, well, before we go down another rabbit hole, I'm looking for information on the Final Dawn. The Final Dawn, this is something I can help with. But first, to understand the Final Dawn, you must understand something. That's a fancy word. The word is a gift to us from those who walk these lands before we did. They knew the truth of the word in a way we can only dream of. We call them the Old Ones. They understood the importance of passing on their knowledge. So much of what we know comes from them. So what is that word? Our word endures in a way we cannot comprehend, but like all things, it will not do so forever. Its light will one day die, but this is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. You see, we are part of a cycle, something far larger than ourselves. When the time comes, Aurelos and Ranal will come together as one, consuming these lands in holy fire until there is nothing left but ash. But even in ash, embers remain. From those embers, a new world will be born, and the cycle will continue once more. This is Zemawa. So you think the world will one day end, that's quite something. Not think, no, this knowledge is a gift, one that was passed down from the old ones. But you said it yourself, knowledge passed down can be misconstrued. How can anyone know the truth for sure? It's not like there are any of these old ones around for us to ask. Indeed, and that is why this is just one interpretation. There are those out there with another. Tuscatelas, the Final Dawn. And what do they believe? They do not just believe that the world will end, they believe it is their duty to make it happen. They see it as their single purpose and will stop at nothing to make it so. These people you speak of, the Twilight Emissaries. It is said that they are among those with the belief. I need you outside now. We have a little bit of an issue. Ooh. Man, she talking like crazy. How's it going, David? Holy. Alright. Okay, let's get these all cleaned up, I guess. Hey, they're using the paddles. All right. Sorry, my prince, but we're not sure. None of the attackers made it inside, but Metzel has disappeared. Metzel? Surely not. Thankfully, the blade missed his heart, but we should get him to the capital as soon as possible. Yes, of course. Ensure no time is wasted. Of course, the prince will go at once. Let's go. Well, this has been a bit of a mess. What do we do now? I'm not sure yet. Mother will need information of what happened here. After that, I'll need some time to consider our next move. I'll be in touch once I have a plan. Okay, so this is the end. Boom, we got some thieving XP, ability to use Quetzals, and a teleport. Okay, cool. Oh, we have the Arun teleport now. I don't know how long we've had that. Okay, now I need to go back. How much of this moon quest do I have to do? Yeah, okay, I'll just have a small one, please. Thank you, darling. Not much until shit hits the fan and it starts asking you to kill the bosses. Okay, I just wanted to know sort of like if I go into here, moon, how much of this shit I need. I guess I'll take it all. Big fishing net. Oh, it says I can get all of this. Can be obtained during the quest from the supply crates. I'll just grab what I've got. Screw it. Big fishing net. Alright, and a rope. And a kniff. And a mortar and pestle. Alright. And okay, talk to Atlas stood at the Relics Rise. Back to Valamore. Civitas Illa Fortes. You're already there. Oh, the Tiamat. Alright. Let's cruise on through. Randall provides. No, with more humans. I'm skimming. What? Apologies, but I was sent to tell you that one of the creatures from the ruins managed to bypass our defenses. It escaped through the mountains, overflowing spring to the northeast. The one that leads to the aqueduct. Sounds like you need help. Okay. Okay, once again, I am below the requirements. Varrock teleport. Okay. Boom. Kill the sulfur goo that's atop of the cliffs northeast of the... You can climb the rocks just to the east to reach it quickly within 4... Okay. So... I'm gonna just melee it. So these are the things I'll be killing. And they have negative defense from what I heard. Yeah, I'm hitting way harder against these. Gotcha. That's why they're a good training method. Yeah, it was like adds +4 damage, right? That's why the dual wield stuff you were talking about is so good, because even though those weapons are low damage, because they get the +4 and they hit twice, they end up being crazy. No, I haven't bought them yet. I figured I would just get through this part up to the farming part and then I'll get equipped. Or am I there already? Because the hammers, I saw them, they were really cheap. Okay. Okay. Alright, I cannot be bothered reading anymore. I'm starting to get a big headache. But I really wanted to get this done before I ended. So I might have to watch a lore video on this quest. I saw there's a guy that does actual lore explained videos for each like sort of quest chain, so I can watch his video on this. Maybe next stream we can watch it together. How come the dwarves? Okay. Under the mountain, lost in time. This is like quite dark. I wonder if I just set this to... Oh. If I set this back to normal, is it lighter? Yeah, it is. Okay. Even that much of what the dwarves remember. Wait, let me... count. Oh man, this is like this has got a lot to it, hey. Right, I am... This one isn't super important with lore yet. Okay, good. That makes me happy. It means I can just sort of blast through this. But I will go back and I will watch a video on the lore. Just to make sure I keep up to date on whatever's needed. I need 5 free slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I need to actually turn the heater off. Wait, aren't these the guys that I train on? Anyway, let's throw on my melee prayer just in case these guys decide to smash me. Those are them, but you need the campsite to make the potions infinite. Oh, right, gotcha. This campsite? So I'll end up just sort of doing it here and using the potions. Is that the idea? No, you haven't missed anything to do with frogs. Not at all.
I'm gonna turn that off.
Sorry?
It's a bit boiling in here.
It's off.
Okay. That's an egg in here.
Sorry, darling? My wife just told me that my room is so hot that we could hatch an egg in here. It depends on how long the frog thing is. If it's like not a super long quest, I can do it. Because I did say I would. It's super short. I'll do it. I'll do it. I ain't going back on my word, even if I am getting sick. I will knock it out. So these are the bushes that I need to search to get the ingredients right. Saw that in there. It's not even 10 minutes with Quest Helper. Skipping the puzzling out process. It's still under 30 minutes without Quest Helper. Gotcha. But I am hoping, now that we've managed to push through, like, I only found out about this stuff, what was it, yesterday? Rio? And as soon as I found out that we had this training method, I was like, game on. Let's try and unlock these sulfite melee training. So we've got quite a bit done today, even we did dig site, bon voyage, we got 100 kudos, we got Slayer 45, Herblore 39-ish or something. We're gaming. I'm in a special quest version of the dungeon. Gotcha. Yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, I would think that this place will have shitloads of people training here, and I'll have to hop worlds a lot. If it's, like, one of the best melee training methods. Well, you got to remember, I have got 103 quest points, so we did have a lot of quest items that we could hand in. I think what we end up with, like 58 quest items. Or 58 kudos from quest stuff. And then we got another 50 from doing some, like, artifact cleaning shit in the museum. Oh, all the stuff except for the Nagua are individual for each player. Oh. Right click talk. Okay. Talk to the blacksmith near the anvils. Oh, this way. Are you winning, son? Oh, mate. I'm winning at this damn runny nose bullshit. I'll tell you what. Whoops. What's he doing? The blacksmith hands back the talismans. All done. Take these back to Atala. She'll tell you what to do with them. Alright. To Atala. This part sucks. Okay. Where the shit? Talisman pulls you to the east. Okay. Just keep going east, I guess. Oh, what are they? Wormlings. They smell like magic to me. Okay, they don't attack me. Maybe... So... does that mean... so it's always going to say east and this is always going to say south? Is that what's going on? So I should have gone southeast, not just northeast like I went. So... okay, don't go in there. Use the talisman to find the correct location. Earth tells you if it's east-west, and the water talisman tells you if it's north-south. Despite how the world map looks, the antechamber counts as being directly in the middle of the 4 areas. So if it says to go south and east, when in there, you should go to the ancient shrine. Access through the prison. Fuck, I don't even know where I am. To be honest. Not that way. Okay. I came from... So I made a camp up here. So, is it down this way? Fuck, I have no idea how to get back. So this counts as the middle. So southeast should be down this way. The antechamber. Is this the antechamber? So it should be in here. This is the southeast, right? So we should be good going through this one. And then the area we need to find should be in here, question mark. Let's put on our prey melee while we have a look around. I can see people now. You follow along the windy tunnel before emerging on the side. The talisman pulls you east. Oh, wait. East? Northeast. Northeast. So, does that mean now I go out that way? I'm guessing. Entrance looks too dangerous. I am so lost. Check the talismans. Now it's like northeast. I would have thought that was this way. That's northwest. Northeast. So I guess we go through there and then through here. Oh. Like, that's this door, right? Like here. Talisman pulls you east. North. Yeah. I don't know, this is a That's alright, I mean I can run around. I mean, I feel like I've unlocked the training area though now, right? Because I can see people there and I can pick up these grubs. Is that not true? So I can probably just leave it how it is. Maybe before I leave, I eat some of these up. And then I'll drop the 2 empty vials. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Just grab some. Where was the... Oh, if you leave, any supplies from here disappear. Okay, so there's like no point in me, because I gotta go get the weapon anyway, right? So I may as well just leave and reorganize when I come back. Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. We've got that sorted. Yeah. Well, I might just teleport out anyway. Let's go to here and go... Alright, so I need... to grab an axe. And before I head out, I'm going to buy that weapon so that if I... So I should just store these infused talismans for later, right? I don't need them to... do the training. And the... Boom. Check them out. Oh, we gaming. Alright. We are on our way to ribbit away. Oh, I don't have my thing. As if I don't have my staff on me. 8,000 out of 10k quests done. Don't say that, what? You're scaring me. I mean, you literally told me because he did it on purpose. He purposely got killed by it in max gear. For a meme. So you've already ruined your scare tactic, sir. AGP. AJP. AJP. I can already feel what's coming. I'm gonna get into a boss battle with a frog and one-shot it. Hello. You, I bet you're with them. Them? The frogs. Yes. Frogs, what are you on about? I see. So you're going to play dumb, are you? Well, I won't fall for your lies. I promise I have no idea what you're on about. If you explain, maybe I can help you. It's those frogs on the other side of the oasis. They're out to get us. All of us. If someone doesn't kill them all, we'll be living our lives as their slaves. I see. How about I head over there and take a look? You want to go near them? Well then you're a fool. I will watch from a safe distance as they dine on your corpse. Okay then. Well, provided that doesn't happen, I'll be back shortly to let you know what I've found. Alright, it's game on, guys. Oh, look at his little face. Oh, hello there. Hang on, you can talk? Well, of course we can talk, silly. Why wouldn't we be able to? Well, I guess I'd never considered it before. We live in a world where giant lizards with wings fly around and expel highly combustible fluids from their throats, but you never considered a frog could talk? Well then, you put it like that. Well, now that we've established our remarkable linguistic capabilities, how about some introductions? I'm Sue, and this is Gary. So why can't they have more names like Sue and Gary? Then I can read them. Over there, you have Dave and Jane. And good old Mr. Lonesome over there is Cuthbert. Pleased to meet you. I'm Grunfire. Well, Grunfire, what can we do for you? Well, there's a guy over there that thinks you're all evil. Evil? We're not evil. We're just on strike. I'm sorry, what? Ugh, we're on strike. Fair work requires fair treatment, and we've had enough of his nonsense. But what do you do? What are you striking from? Oh, well, I can't really remember. It's been so long that I've gone and totally forgot. Hey, Gary, why are we on strike? No idea. I've been on strike my whole life. Just like my pa and his pa before him. At this point, it's kind of a family tradition. I know it's because of him, though. That monster spends every day mistreating us. If he ever wants to see any work from us, He needs to start showing us some basic respect. Too right, Gary. Too right. What reason does he have for thinking we're evil anyways? Well, he's one of them capitalists, isn't he? They see a worker demanding fair rights and they go loopy. Can't have anything getting in the way of their profit margins. Actually, he never mentioned anything about work. He seems to think you're out to overthrow humanity. Overthrow humanity? What a load of nonsense. We love humans. Gary here had one as a pet once. Ah, those were the days. I always loved my Sentia. Such a shame about the accident. It wasn't your fault, Gary. It wasn't your fault. Anyway, if this chap thinks we're plotting to overthrow humanity, what's he planning to do about it? I'm not sure. He mentioned at one point something about killing you all. He wants to what? He wants to kill us. Why now? I think we should overthrow humanity. Wait, no. Yeah, we've been treated like second-class citizens for too long. The revolution starts today. Wait, how about peace? Peace? Interesting. I suppose peace could be fun. There would need to be some assurance, though. Wouldn't want the guy going back on his word. Right, well, how about I go ask him what the conditions he'd be willing to accept. Well, that sounds just swell. Alright, okay, I'll be back shortly. Oh. The frogs didn't kill you. This is unexpected. Well, I had a chat with them, and they're open to engaging in some peace talks. Peace? The hypocrisy. After everything they've done, they think peace is an option? Absolutely not. Okay, but what exactly have they done that means peace isn't an option? Oh, well. Well, you know. They just... Look, I can't remember, but they must have done something. Timo, I know, my brain. Yes, I'm starting to think that's where the problem lies as well. They must have taken my brain. That's why I can't remember. You tell them I want my brain back. So you're willing to negotiate peace in exchange for your brain? Negotiate? I don't negotiate with monsters. I don't think they're monsters. They actually seem somewhat friendly. Well, do they have a leader? I'm not sure. Well, you go tell them that I'll only negotiate with their leader. Okay, so everyone here seems to be on a forgetful drug. Has he been licking the frogs? Oh, hello again. Have you found out what peace conditions the Grumpy Guts has? Sort of. He seems open to the idea of peace talks, but he will only negotiate with your leader. Do you have a leader? Oh well, not really. No, we're more about collective leadership. We did consider starting a union at one point, but Dave messed up the paperwork. Bloody Dave. Well, would you be interested in having a leader? A change to our political structure, that's quite a thing to undergo. Yeah, especially in a time of war. Still, maybe we need to mix things up. We've been saying for a while now that we've been stagnating. Perhaps this is just the thing we need. There would need to be an election, of course. Do you have process for that sort of thing? Absolutely. We used a first past and post system where everyone votes based on a candidate's hopping capabilities. Come again? Oh, it's all very simple. The candidate performs their finest hop and everyone else votes on which they thought was the best. The one with the most votes wins. I see. Well, I don't. But for the sake of my sanity, let's say I do. Shall we call an election then? Sounds like a wonderful idea. There is just a small matter of Cuthbert. Cuthbert? That's right. You see, while you were gone, we told the others about this whole killing us all business. Now, I must admit, emotions did run a bit high, especially for Cuthbert. Once he learned about the election, he will most definitely want to put himself forward, and I'm afraid he has little interest in peace. I mean, can you blame the guy? Cuthbert was once the leader of the Frogs for Humanity's Society. The guy loved humans, but after what they did to his favorite plant, some wounds never heal. So you're saying Cuthbert can't win the election? The idea of rigging an election is one that fills my democracy-loving heart with terror. But yes, we will need to do that. It's okay if we're the ones to do it, right? Not in the slightest, but I do love the positive attitude. Besides, the alternative is all-out war with humanity, which we very much need to avoid. So how do we ensure Cuthbert can't win the election? The hop-off will see the candidates hop from the shore to a lily pad. Now, if Cuthbert's lily pad had an unfortunate hole in it, okay, I guess I'm off to sabotage the lily pad. Just be careful of Dave and Jane. They're sticklers for the rules, I'm afraid. You can't let them see you. Hello there, have you heard about the election? Isn't it thrilling? That is definitely a word that could be used to describe the situation. Anyway, speaking of the election, I need to inspect the lily pads. No can do, we've got them all set up nicely. Can't be letting anyone mess things up. Of course not, but don't you think it would be wise for a third party just to give them a quick once over? Besides, the two of you deserve a break. Well, I really could do with a bit of a rest, not to mention the fact that I'm starving. Still, the lily pads are our duty. It would be wrong of us to let someone else touch them. You said you were hungry? Out of interest. What would you fancy? Well, when the election is out of the way, of course. Oh, I'd killed for a nice tasty orange. An orange? I didn't know frogs ate oranges. Yeah, most people think we just eat flies. We do, and we love them, but sometimes you find that you've just had enough flies and fancy something more exotic. Where do you get your oranges? They grow on trees around here, like this one right next to us. From time to time an orange will fall off, but the really good ones are the ones at the top. It's a shame we can't reach those ones. Look, oranges! You pick up a small stone from the shore and throw it at the lily pad. It leaves a barely noticeable hole in it. Hello again, how are things going with that lily pad sabotage? It's all sorted. And just in time as well. The hop-off is about to begin. So who's Cuthbert's competition? Sue, of course. Don't worry, once I win, I'll make sure these peace talks go nice and smoothly. Then shall we get started? Let's. Welcome one and all to what is bound to be a thrilling frog hop-off. The stakes are high for this one, and indeed the future of our entire world may well be at stake. Our first contender for today is Sue. Let's see what she's got. Wow. What a croaker of a hop. Excellent work. Next up, we have Cuthbert. Well, he's dead. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, totally slipped my mind, but he never learned how to swim. A frog that never learned to swim? Are you serious right now? Afraid so. Cuthbert is now as dead as an old one. With only one contender left standing, I can now announce that Sue is the winner. Well, that was rude. Well, now that's all sorted, we can get these peace talks underway. I can't believe we killed him. Don't worry yourself, something like this was bound to happen at some point. It's his fault, really. Imagine never learning to swim. Exactly. So what does our foe want? He thinks you've stolen his brain and would like it back. His brain? But we don't have his brain. Well, is there anything else you can offer him? Oh, not really. There must be something. It's not like we really do much. We're frogs. All we do is eat flies. Along with the odd orange. Well, maybe we can still work with that. I'm sure our friend does like flies. Maybe you could deal with the flies around here for him? Sounds like a job for us. Though we'd of course need something in return. Which is? Fair pay for fair work. Of course, if not, we'll go on strike. We're good at going on strike. And how would you like to get paid? We normally, I'd say, in flies, but it seems we've got that covered. Oranges? Oranges, perfect. Oh, the orange juice as well, straight from the tap. From the tap? But orange juice doesn't... Actually, never mind. Let's not complicate things. I'll take these terms to him and see what he says. Have you found the leader of the frogs? I'm only going to negotiate with the leader. Yes, the frogs have selected a leader, and she has sent me with her terms. Well, what are they? The frogs will kill the flies around the oasis, and in return, they'd like you to pay them in oranges. Flies? But what have the flies done wrong? Well, don't they spread disease and eat your food? Yes, but so did my brother, and I never wanted him dead. What else have flies been doing? I don't know. You seem convinced the frogs were out to get you before. Maybe the flies are as well. The flies are out to get me? Is it really true? You know what? Sure, the flies want you dead, and they plan to do it tonight. The monsters. So are you willing to make a deal with the frogs? Not yet. First I must see proof of the horrific betrayal by the flies. Find this proof for me and I will agree to the deal. This guy is an idiot. Hello, how go the peace talks? He's open to the proposal, but he wants proof that the flies are against him. He doesn't half complain, does he? Maybe it would have been easier to kill him. How about you steal a prized possession of his and plant it on the flies? Oh good, now we're adding theft to today's crimes. Well, it could be worse. It could be murder. We already committed murder. Nah, that wasn't murder. Manslaughter at best. Or would that be frog slaughter? It had to be done. Now, why don't you go find something to steal? Okay, we are going to frame the flies. Ah! One kill count, boys. You're back. Do you have the proof? I think I do. You see the big pile of dung the flies are gathered around? I'm sure I saw something belonging to you in it. It cannot be. Wait here. I must check at once. Yeah, I'm like that, Flake. You know, PVMer. First try. Let's go to check the dung pile. I see my worst fears have come to pass. This is a dark day, not just for me, but for all of humanity. Return to the frogs. Tell them we have a deal. Hello? I have good news. The terms have been accepted. Wonderful. Peace at last. Oh, and it turns out Cuthbert was still alive after all. Cuthbert alive? Amazing. No, he's now properly... Oh. War always has casualties. We will forever remember Cuthbert's sacrifice. Well said. Today will be a day remembered by all of Frogkind. And much of it is thanks to you, Grumfire. Thanks. I only wish I had the ability to scrub the memories of all of this from my brain. But as I can't, I guess I now have to carry them forever. Have you tried soap and water? Oddly enough, no. Oh, don't be so negative. You've done a good thing. Now go. Go with the blessing of the frogs. And know that you really are a true hero. I don't know how to respond to this quest. I'm just happy I got some woodcutting XP. I feel dumber having done that quest. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, before I go... So, those potions that I make out of the grubs. It's my favorite gag quest. No, it's a good one. It's a good one, for sure. They were some real characters. The frogs were nice. I liked them. So for the grubs, you just grind them in the pestle and then use that on the camp, and that makes the potions. Is that how it works? Right, so do I have to bring even the pestle, like, or is everything in there? Everything is in there. Pestle's in it, along with the vials. You can take supplies from the crate. Okay. So all I need to bring with me is maybe a full prayer bar to initially run through it. Just bring weapons and gear. Alright. Well, considering I don't really have gear for it, I guess all I'll take is a stam potion. Oh. And some runes to teleport out with my staff. I just want to go there and test it before I go into AFK grind mode. So let's turn on this again. Oop, okay. So I need to go talk to the Quetzal to get back there. I just want to do a little quick a quick run through it with you guys that know how to do it, just so I'm not getting lost later. Oh, the camp refills your stamina too. Well, I got my prayer gear on and I got my hammers. You should have a teleport. Do you have... I don't think I have 54 magic. Oh, I do have 54 magic. The question is, do I have the runes for the teleport though? Earth rune. Yeah, right. And that just teleports me to this city. Yeah, I still had, I didn't put my teleport pack back on. I usually have, law, fire, and earth in there, but I had the chaos runes in there because I was using the spells for Slayer. And I forgot about it. It's a star. Right. Alright, so the first thing I do is I go somewhere to get a bunch of grubs. Or vials, I guess. I need to have room. I'm going to follow you to the grubs first. Just so I can, like, make sure I've got my brain turned on. So if I follow you, then I'll know exactly what I'm doing forever. Alright. So, we go... Which way are we going? Up this way first. So, northeast is our first stop. Okay. Let me come around here and we find our grubs or whatever. Herb law supplies. So should I just take like half my inventory with vials so that when I get grubs, just do it like that. Right, and then get the rest of grubs. The grubs are in 2 of the rooms, and the lizard fish heal based on your skill level. Yeah, I don't want to go crazy on my first test. Remember, I was telling you that that guy was saying that they don't respawn until you kill the moon bosses, so I just wanted to test that first. Oh, there's grubs right here. Okay, gotcha. Just want to double check it. But I feel like he's wrong, because I can see other people fighting them, so that must mean that they respawn. Or else that would just be weird. Take herb laws. He was talking about fighting these for early melee training. He was saying if you haven't killed the boss, the soul fights after you kill them won't respawn. And you have to like leave and come back in. But I don't know how real that is. Well, we'll test it ourselves. We'll soon find out. Yeah, Rio said that he didn't think that was a thing. But, you know, it was one of the main YouTubers that do like the guides on like 1 to 99, you know what I mean? So it could have also been changed. Maybe the guides are out of date. Who knows? I feel like the fact that I can see other people fighting them in those rooms means that they should respawn, or else then they're not going to respawn for anyone. Alright, so I've got all my prayer potions now. So now we go this way. Now I'm in a room with a chest. Oh, right. Might be a little heavy on potions here. I mean... Alright, so I just start grinding anywhere here, right? Let's get right in the middle area. And let's have a look at the... Shit, I've never even used them. increase strength by 15%. Increase your attack by 15%. So like that. Oh shit, this smashes my prayer. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm noticing that. Oh yeah, no doubt. Kinda nice that they drop so much noted shit. Oh my gosh. Death runes. 60 death runes. The fuck, man? And they are respawning? I wasn't actually paying attention. Yeah, so I don't know what he was talking about. Oh yeah, look at that. 71k XP. Like, that for me, like, compared to what I have been getting is insane. That's like triple what I've been getting. Like, at my level, getting 70k XP, that's... Boys, we're gonna get our Dragon Defender pretty soon, I think. And then I can just, once I get low on these potions, I just run back through the door you brought me through and grab more, right? Like, simple as that. Not to mention, like, this ain't even that bad of a money maker. Like, for a sort of semi-passive, like, for a good combat training thing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like mind-blowing, but it's like, hey, I'm going to walk out. If I do this for an hour, I'm going to probably walk out of here with easily over 100k. And then, like you said, as I get stronger and stronger, these guys are going to die quicker and quicker, and I'm going to make more money. I mean, look, Chaos Runes. The Death Runes, man, like, fuck it. 60. Oh yeah, you'll see some pretty big XP gains from me over the next 24 hours, I would say. This is going to be my new, like, off-stream AFK activity. Yeah, luckily, before I actually started playing, my one of my best friends who loves RuneScape, he sent me the wiki for this strategy. I had just forgotten about it, and he sent me a link on how to do it all. That's why I was asking about the sulfur guys the other day. Why are you not attacking? Yeah, the reason it's like so good, Song, is because the prayer potions are free. All the supplies you need to make them are in the dungeon. You just need to have a minimum of 38 herb lore. So as long as you've got that, and you've got your, what was it, 48 Slayer, you're good to go. Yeah, you can see here. Attack, defense, strength, plus prayer. So just keep sipping them as you're fighting. Yeah, I'll have a little bit of ore to use. Maybe get some smithing levels with it. From what I understand, I don't think they're hard per se. I think they're just more of a gear check or a level check. You don't actually have to do the bosses though to get here. So what you do is you get here, then you train all your stats above 70. Or all your melee stats above 70. And then you kill them. I'm literally just using, like for this, just some prayer gear. Whatever you've got with like plus prayer on it. And then these weapons here. So the Glacial Temetli or whatever, the dual wield axes. You can see they hit twice. These monsters have negative defense. So your attacks hit an extra 4 damage than what they usually would. Like an extra 4 max hit on them. So that's why I'm doing so much damage. They hit twice and they're hitting for extra damage. So that's why you use these dual wield type weapons. Extra 4 minimum hit. Sorry. And at my low combat stats, you can see I'm still getting like 74k defense XP at the moment. We'll see what happens when I've got more strength levels. If I get my strength up to 70, then I can swap to the paddles. I like to think of them as BDSM paddles. Yeah, I'll need to find myself a sugar daddy to get that armor. That's a bit of a pricey one, that one. A paddling. Yes, I do want a Dommy Daddy, and I do want to be spanked with paddles. Correct. 100%. Just don't tell my wife. Oh no, they've de-aggroed. All right. What level was my defense before? Because I'm already at 50. Kind of crazy. You can do all the bosses with a dragon skimmy, but if you're optimizing, it'll be D skimmy for slash, D dagger for its specific blood moon, and probably a Hasta for stat. Well, I did hear that there is an achievement for doing it with a D skimmy, so I'm going to try and do that. Oh, look who it is. It's Flake. I see you. Oh, you're using like some concrete weapons. Torg's hammers. I am using these ones, the Glacial Temotli, whatever they're called. This is my first time here though, Josh. We just got here with the quests. And now it's time to catch my melee, get my melee stats up to par. I would like to get 70s across the board, kind of like where I would like to be for my melee. And I mean, now that I've got this place unlocked, I can just come here whenever I feel like doing some AFK stuff. If I'm in bed or like on the tablet, I can just come knock these guys out. But I'll just get my melee combat high enough so I can equip some nicer stuff, and probably look at getting back to some more questing tomorrow. I want to try and get back to what I was doing before, like knocking out like 10 quests a day, or at least 10 quest points a day would be nice. Up until I get to, you know, the harder quests where that's not going to happen anymore. But I've still got a fair lot of easy quests to do. Still got some free-to-play quests to do, and yeah. I have a hate and love with questing. I've been really enjoying the questing. If there was no quest helper, I would hate the questing. I'll tell you that right now. If there was no questing, no quest helper, I wouldn't even quest. I would just be grinding all day. I can already feel it. Last thing I want to do is have to pay attention and... ugh. Yuck. Anyone that has played other MMOs knows that us MMO players don't usually like to read a quest. We like to skip the quest and get it done. So are those paddles still like decent weapons outside of here? Or are you still better like using a D-skimmy or something else? Yeah, they are. That is one thing that I did really enjoy about both Final Fantasy 14 and World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft's lore is like some of the best I've ever read. I never really read the quests, but I went back through and did a lot of the books and watched a lot of the novel videos. And the lore in that game is fucking crazy. It got a bit shit towards the end, but the backstories are really good. I don't know, one of my favorite characters out of any game has always been Brock Cigar. That guy's lore is so sick. He is such a badass. Yeah, right. I mean, a lot of that's the problem with the World of Warcraft lore, is a lot of it, you don't even really learn about it in the game. Right? You've really got to dive in through the books and stuff to actually understand it. That's the biggest drawback with Blizzard games. It's the same with Diablo. Like, Diablo has amazing, amazing lore. But it's not in the games. Like, hardly. You've got to read, like, Tyrell's book and, like, all the other books to understand all the lore. Which is a big drawback, and I can see, like, RuneScape does a lot better job of telling the individual stories of, you know, the different cities and cults and the gods and whatnot. Oh, shit. Pay attention, don't get sent to the fucking death's office again. Yeah, I love the backstory on, like, you know, the Diablo 2 box art where it's got the skull. If you can remember it, the hooded figure, and it's like the skeleton, and he's got the hole in his forehead. A lot of people don't even know what that's about, and there's a massive story about that, where the finger gets cut off and thrown into the shadows, and it actually smites a guy off in the shadows in his skull, and all this crazy shit goes on about that. And big old love story between Lilith and her partner, making sanctuary after stealing the bullshit. You know what cutscenes were actually friggin' amazing? Sadly, the game wasn't very good, but the Diablo 4 cinematics, actual cinema. Actual cinema. If you haven't played Diablo 4, but you like the Diablo's like lore and stuff, I definitely recommend watching them on YouTube. When Anaris and Lilith have their battle, it is just absolutely sick. Yeah, send me some videos. That goes for anyone in here. If you're part of the Discord and you know of any like really good lore videos that would teach me stuff about this game, send them through to me, because whenever I'm bored or like just grinding, every now and then I throw a video up on stream while we're grinding, and I'll just pick random videos that you guys have sent me to learn about more of the lore and the history of this game. Yeah, I know. I saw. I gotta bank up a bunch of videos though. Because when I get into a video watching spree, mate, I'm one of those guys that sits down and watches a whole TV series in a day, you know what I mean? Yep, join the Discord if you haven't already. I also post whenever I'm going live in there, and I hang out in there a lot with my mates and whoever else wants to come in and have a chat when I'm not streaming. And I also post any of my YouTube videos that are going to be posted, go up in there as well. Make sure to post your food pictures from all the different countries you guys are from too. I like seeing what you're all eating. I've seen some funny shit. I recently had my American friend, MacGyver, who you'll see around here every now and then. He sent me a recipe for an American food called biscuits and gravy, and I tried it. So yeah, if you have any good like recipes or like food stuff that you guys eat over there or make that might be weird for me, I definitely send me the recipes, because I love making shit I haven't eaten before. A good video bank is useful for the late game grinds. Yeah, well that's the thing, is unlike you guys that don't stream, I have to watch stuff that's not copyright, so it sort of cancels out. Oh shit, I'm doing that thing again where I don't pay attention and I just waffle on. Yeah, I can't watch my like TV shows and stuff on stream, so I need something else to entertain me. Actually, that's probably what I need to do, actually. I need to split my audio so I can watch copyright stuff on my other monitor. And then it just doesn't play through stream. That would be helpful. I don't know what in and out is. No, I have no idea. Oh yeah, I've seen I think I know what you're talking about, like people that go to a specific region and then just do things in those areas only. Cheeseburger and fries. You know, once I asked an American what's a really traditional American food, and they told me French fries, and I nearly lost it. I was like, are you okay, dude? I did start watching Swampletics. That's the Mauritania locked account, right? I have started watching that. That's really, that guy's quite an interesting fella. He may have some sort of mental issue, putting himself through that. but definitely entertaining for sure. And watching him try and smith was actually giving me anxiety. Nightmare mode? What's nightmare mode? Is this like an official game mode, or is this something he made up, like rules? Custom plugins, watch the first vid on stream. Nightmare mode was a plugin that deleted the account if he ever took even a single point of damage. Shit. Alright. I did see that one recently where it was like, who could get to 1 billion gold first in the wilderness? And if you died, you had to restart. And that Odor Block guy did it in like friggin' 3 streams or something. That is insane, no? That's definitely the real money maker in this game, the PvP. If you get good at it. Yeah, the wilderness definitely ain't for everyone, that's for sure. Nice. That's the other dual hit weapon, right? Same tier as the ones I'm using. Yeah, we're chilling. We haven't even finished our first inventory of potions. I need like a plugin that beeps at me when I get to like 10% prayer. I need an audio cue for when I'm looking at chat. Man, you weren't lying about this being how you get iron ore. I mean, jeez. And we've made 59,000 gold too. Oh, there is a plugin for that. AFK notification. Let's have a look. Whoop. Send push notifications, no. No, I... Oh, what's this? Oh, prayer regeneration. That's different. Boom, another defense level. $925 total. Heck yeah. We farming. You just come up to your normal plugins. It's a default plugin, and I think it's called yeah, this one, Status Bars. Just turn that on. It's very nice. And when you hover over like a prayer pot, it shows you how much it'll give you back and all that jazz. Yeah, I'm getting off here in a sec too. Anyway, Mr. Flaky, thanks for dropping by there. Oh, there's some essence. Alright, let's get ready to leave here. Okay. You can use the essence until you can't use the essence until you beat the quest. Can I put it in my bank or no? Is it one of those items that just vanishes? Gotcha. I'll just drop it on the ground then. Wait, what? Am I dumb? Thanks for the entertainment. Have a good one. No worries, mate. Catch you later. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, good idea. Oh wait, can you just right click? Yeah. Shit. Hang on, wait. Left click, herbal. Oh. Okay. And grind you up. Alright, fellas. On that note, I am going to call it there. I am going to go lie down because I feel like absolute trash. And I'm going to go just pull open the tablet, do a bit more melee training here before I pass out and have a nap. But thank you for dropping by, and I will catch you guys in a few hours. I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, somewhere around there. Alright, peace out, boys. Have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.